Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's the topic that I'm going to talk with you on today. It's your girl Neicy, and I'm here with Queen's Wisdom. Stay in your lane. So what does that actually mean? So I'm not stealing this topic from Sarah Jakes Roberts, but I was actually listening to her message on this topic, stay in your lane. She knows how to really unpack a topic, a message where it can really relate and be relevant to your own personal life. And so I just love how she is so talented and gifted and chosen to really be able to bring her words about that God has downloaded into her spirit to really make a powerful difference in the lives of people all over the world. So thank you, Queen Sarah Jakes Roberts. But today I was really blessed by this topic that I really wanted to just share my thoughts and expound on some different things that she was speaking on. I really believe that we all have a lane. And when you talk about staying in your lane, it's really your purpose. That's the way I feel. That's the way I understand it to be. It's your purpose that God has actually given you and only you. And nobody else can do what God has given you. And sometimes as we go through life, we don't even understand that we have a lane. Sometimes we live in destitute places because of our life experiences. But because of our life's experiences, I believe that that's what connects us to our lane. Someone talked about allowing the wounds that you have endured, that you have been inflicted with, to become a light. Taking those things that we went through that wasn't quite happy or wasn't quite fair, it wasn't a good place to be in that particular space of our lives. But we can take that wound, we can take that hurt, we can take all of that pain and allow it to be a light. And that light, I believe, when you begin to have that perspective of what your light is in your dark situation, take that light, because you can choose to say, I'm going to use this for good and not evil. I'm going to use this situation that happened to me not to be a victim or stay a victim, but it's going to really be a light to myself and to others. I'm going to become the hero of my story. I'm going to become the hero of that situation that happened to me, and I'm going to make it work for the highest good. So stay in your lane. What does that mean? So, whenever I'm on here with you, I want to invite you to like, share, comment. I really want to interact with you, but I also want you to subscribe to this channel, Queen's Wisdom. Queen's Wisdom, wisdom from a queen. Because I really believe that in all of my years of going through the things that I went through, that it's really meant to be able to help you on your journey. And so as a licensed social worker, as a therapist, a crisis specialist, a success speaker, I've worked with people all over over different states. I'm not going to say all over the world, but I'm going to say in just different states. I've been able to work with people to help them, to give them some tools that's necessary to, help them to be able to live their life in such a way that is valuable, that they can really be able to see why they went through the things that they went through and not stay a victim, but become a thriver in their life journey. And so stay in your lane. What does that actually mean? So staying in your lane, stay in your purpose. And so when you become open to what your actual lane is, when you become in knowledge and empowered to know what your purpose is, then you kind of got a direction, okay? But when you're on the path of what you feel like your direction is, you feel like what your calling is, what your purpose is, what your talent or your gift is, it's not always easy, right, to stay focused on where you want to be at or what you see for yourself, okay? This purpose that you have is not going to come like in a straight line. A lot of times when we have a purpose, a lot of times when we have this calling on our lives, it's not a straight line to actually get it to manifest. Many times it's a lot of curves and detours, things falling apart, things not always working the way that we thought it would work. The time framing of it doesn't happen in the time that we think it's supposed to happen in. But you got to still stay in your lane. Stay focused on the purpose. Stay focused on what you really want to come about, what you really want to be able to live. Stay focused on that. And many times, as it was broken down, that you can lose focus because you begin to look at all of the other things that are going on around you. Maybe you think that it's supposed to happen one way, but it's going to really become manifested in a totally different way. And so you just got to stay in your lane. What you've been given to do, that's what you're meant to do. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with being like everybody else. And so don't compare what your lane is with somebody else's lane. Maybe how it happened for them is not how it's going to happen for you. And so you have to just be open to staying in your lane. How do I stay in my lane? How do I stay in my lane? Well, I'm just going to constantly work on developing clarity for my life. Clarity. Where is this? Is this the path that I'm really meant to be on? And when you keep on being downloaded with this idea or these different things and steps to take towards it, you can say that, yes, this is what I'm meant to do. I believe that if you have something that just keeps on coming into your spirit, you can recognize and say that, yes, this is what I'm meant to do. You can be assured that this is what I'm meant to do. So you have the clarity that this is where you're supposed to be at. Now, it's not going to always unfold maybe the way you think it's going to unfold. And maybe the timing is not going to happen in the time that you think it's going to happen, but you still got to stay in your lane. Quit comparing yourself with other people's lanes look like. Quit being distracted on whatever is happening around you. Just stay in your lane. Just keep believing that what's for me is meant to happen. In due time, it's going to happen. Stay in your lane. How do I stay in my lane? I keep on developing what I've been given to do. I keep believing in the overall purpose. I don't focus on what somebody else is doing. It's okay to give other people accolades. It's really, really necessary for you to be happy for other people, because I think sometimes people can get jealous as they're feeling like, oh, well, yeah, that's happening for them, but why is it not happening for me? Don't worry about why it's not happening for you at this given time. You just stay in your lane. You just keep on doing what you've been doing, what you've been called to do. And then you give other people praise and you give them accolades. Be happy for them. Be happy for them. Be genuinely happy for them. Because just because it hasn't happened for you right now, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So you want to be happy for other people, because your time is coming. But if you begin to allow jealousy and resentment to take up residency in your mind and in your heart, that's not a good place to be at. You don't ever want to be jealous of someone else's accomplishments. So you stay in your lane. Don't compare yourself to other people. Praise them for where they are in their life. If their life is coming into overflow, if their life is being blessed, but don't allow jealousy to creep in. Always be genuinely happy for other people. That's what I try to practice all the time. I'm going to be happy when I see other people winning, because it's about an overall flow. Everybody should be winning. We should be happy for everybody to win. It's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's about everybody winning, because when everybody is winning, where there's unity, there is strength, right? And so if everybody can be winning, everybody can support each other, everybody can be happy for each other, it makes it so much better. And just to know that, hey, when it's your time, the windows of heaven will open up. But be happy for other people. So I'm not going to compare myself to others. I'm not going to stay focused on that. I'm going to stay focused on what I've been given to do. I'm going to believe in my heart that what is for me, it will happen. It will open up. It will manifest. I'm going to have clarity of where I'm going to make sure this is the lane that I'm supposed to be in. And like I said, if you just keep on having things download into your spirit, if you keep on having this desire to do this particular thing that's in your heart, then it's an assurity that you're in the right lane. You're in the right lane, because if you wouldn't have been able to have it download and continue to be in your spirit, I don't think, if this wasn't the right lane for you. I remember the time that I have asked God, I said, is this the right path that I'm supposed to be on? I said, show, and a few months ago, I said, even show me a sign. Show me a sign. But one of the things that I know that I came into when I asked that question was that he wouldn't allow it to leave me. So I said, show me a sign. I said, is this the right path that I am supposed to be on? And the way that I had a clarity about it, I came into that this is where I'm meant to be at, is that it kept on being downloaded into my spirit. The purpose, the vision. It would not leave me. And like I was explaining to you not too long ago about Tyler Perry, when he set out, he said, is this what you really want me to do? And he said, if it keeps on showing up in your mind, if you keep on having these ideas to come into your mindset, then this is the path that you're meant to be on. So you have clarity. You're not comparing yourself to others. You're making sure you're giving other people accolades and praise for the blessings that's overflowing in their life. You're lifting them up. You're winning, but you're not staying so focused on what they're doing that you lose track of where you are, or that you begin to become discouraged. Because sometimes, yes, we can become discouraged when it seems as though other people are being blessed, or they're winning, or they're moving forward in their lives of what they want, and you don't seem like you're getting any results. But once again, it's not about the time that it takes. Whenever you're meant to be where you're meant to be, it will happen. You just got to stay in your lane. You must stay focused on the overall picture. Don't lose sight of that. Don't say, oh, well, maybe it's not meant to happen because it hasn't happened yet. Don't do that. Don't do that. Our time table is not Most High's timetable. If he promised you something, you must believe that it is going to happen. But if you get caught up in your emotions and get caught up in your feelings and you get caught up in you're walking by your own sight. And another thing that Sarah Jakes Roberts said, you're walking in the practical when there's a miracle that's going to happen because you don't see how you are going to do it. Or you're saying, oh, it hasn't, I've been working on this, I've been grinding, I've been faithful, I've been showing up, I've been doing the work. But it's not about the practical. It's not about what you see. It's about the bigger overall scheme of things. And sometimes you can't see it in the distance. You can believe, but you can't see the future. But you got to believe that what he gave you is necessary. What he gave you is possible. What he gave you is important. So stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Keep walking your path. Keep believing. Keep being happy for others, but believing that you're special also. That you're spectacular also. That you're a winner too. Keep on doing that. Don't lose track. Don't get distracted. I remember the story that I've told when you're on a destination journey and you're on the highway and you're driving on the highway and you begin to, out of the side of your vision, you see this sign that says Burger King, have it your way. And you begin to get off on the exit. But you were supposed to be staying focused on the destination because you need to get there at a particular time. But I use that as just a scenario about how we can get distracted. We see things in our vision, in our eyesight on the side of the road. We see different things happening. We become discouraged. Somebody doesn't believe in us. Somebody began to talk about us. Somebody is being torn down by a group of people. But you got to stay in your lane. You can't lose focus of the purpose. You can't lose focus of where you really want to be in your life. You can't lose focus because folks begin to try to tear you down. You can't lose focus because it's not happening in the timing that you want it to happen in. You must stay in your lane. You must stay flat-footed and believe that what's in your heart, that it's going to show up. It's going to show up. So stay in your lane. The promises of God are yes and amen. Stay in your lane. What's for you, it's going to happen. Stay in your lane. The pain that you may be experiencing, the hurt that you may be enduring, the gossip, whatever it could be that may be happening that tries to make you draw back and take a step back, all of that has no comparison to the overall glory and the highest good that's going to happen if you just stay in your lane. If you choose to believe what's in your heart, it's possible. So stay in your lane. Don't lose track of the overall big picture for your life. All right. If you like anything that I've shared with you today, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Come on, y'all. Subscribe. It's your girl, Neicy, Queen's Wisdom from a Queen. I hope you've gotten something wonderful that you can be able to utilize for your life out of what I just spoke to you. All right. Have a wonderful day.